Welcome to Parihoa Farm in the North Island of New Zealand. I'm Matt Chapman, the owner and custodian, and I'm going to narrate you through a 6-minute drive-through of this beautiful property. It's 720 acres and there's two signature farms, Tabletop Farm, which is around 600 acres, and Tirikahua Point Farm, which is 128 acres. And we're starting with Tirikahua Point Farm. This was actually the property of my neighbours, John and Jane Vallings, which I purchased in late 2021. And this was their main house, now occupied by Rose and Graham, my caretakers. And as you can see, this bungalow, which was built in 1974, is in pretty good shape today. And due to the Eye of Rose, has been very, very well furnished in country cottage style. Thanks to Graham, the gardens look beautiful. And this is a place where families love to congregate, grandchildren love to play around, and it has many, many special memories. As we go through the drive, we go to the neighbouring structure, which was John Vallings' wool shed, my former neighbour, which we have converted into a high-performance centre, which is looked after by my friend Ali. And many people have visited the Parihoa High Performance Centre. And beside this is the kitchen, which also sleeps 6 people and is a casual space that looks out onto the most heavenly glass shed that has incredible views across the farm. The horses often come up to the edge. There you see Ghost, our family dog. We've actually got Ferrin and Hay to do up a architectural plan for a central house for Tirikahua Point, and details of those are on the website. The farm I bought in 2013, which was called Parihoa Farm, which we now call Tabletop Farm. So Tabletop Farm and Tirikahua Point Farm make up Parihoa Farm. And here we're looking across a number of structures on Parihoa Farm. We have the farmhouse, which is a 5-bedroom original homestead actually of Parihoa. And here we have the gallery. The gallery was finished in 2020 and is a glass pavilion, which is a multi-purpose space. Here we have some cars in here. We even have a hyperbaric chamber. Outside is a sort of central village space where we love to barbecue. You can see the fairy lights which glow in the summer. And here we're looking at the wellbeing box. And the wellbeing box is a shed that has just been progressively refined, like much of Parihoa Farm over the years, and is now used for entertaining. We're flying past the cottage, which is where our guests love to stay. And you can see the vegetable gardens we've been putting together. There's a nice backyard there for children to play around in. And I think the thing about Parihoa Farm is that we've just always been modifying it for what we need. So the structures, the dreams and visions, they come not only from me, but from everyone involved in making this farm not just my home, but everyone's community. You can see the farm in the background. Parihoa Farm is 720 acres. This is the 600-acre tabletop farm part, but this is anchored by what we've called Chapman House, but I like to call the House of Parihoa. It's an alien-like structure, a fortress that defends the elements from the ocean and the winds that come in from the west coast. You can see the sheep, which are often around the house, thanks to the love and care of Farmer Ben, who looks after Parihoa Farm. And as we drive down to this house, what we're looking at is a creation by acclaimed New Zealand architect Andrew Patterson, and this was finished in 2008 for the former owner's Mackinnon Story. It's been progressively modified by my team to make it a home, and here as we fly through you see the piano room, the central pool and courtyard area, and of course the incredible architecture of this place that I think is really a New Zealand and maybe a world icon. In 2022, we added the jewel box, which is a 7-car space with glass on all sides, and this takes in the views of the farm and the Tasman Sea, and has been used as a place of creativity. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Parihoa Farm. There's so much more to it than this, but this is just a little taste.